Today we are discussing about what is optional class, what is method and constructor references, how to create method and constructor references, and what is date and time API. These are introduced in Java 1.8 features. In Java, from the Java 8, the style of programming was changed in Java. From Java 8 onwards, functional programming is introduced. From in Java 8, it is a big release. It was released by Oracle Corporation. And in Java 8 features, today we are discussing what is optional class and how to create method and construct references and what is date and time API. Let's see. Here what is a optional class in Java 8. Before Java 8, performing operations on a performing operations on string object. If that string object returns a null value, we are getting a null pointer exception. So every time when we perform operations on a string object, we need to perform whether it is a null or not. If not null string object, then only we can perform operation. If we do forgot null check, we are getting null pointer exception. So from to avoid when whether a developer when he forgot, it will return null pointer exception. Null pointer exceptions are common in project creations and project development. So to avoid null pointer exception, optional class is introduced from Java 8. It return only optional object. It directly return. We cannot perform directly operations on string object when we represent it in a null class object. So we need to check whether the optional class contains any data is present or is empty by using these predefined methods. We are checking the string contains any value or not. See here, before Java 8, we are getting null pointer exception. If we directly perform a uh, if we perform directly on string objects, if we cannot, if that string object returns a null, here 200 ID is not present, so it return directly null. When we perform operation on a string, when it is returning null, we are getting the chance of null pointer exception. Here see null pointer exception. Okay, see here null pointer exception. So to avoid directly performing on null, directly performing on string objects from Java, they are introduced optional class. See here, to avoid null pointer exception, we are using optional class. See below example. Here, the return type is optional. Okay, here the return type is optional. Here see return statement optional dot of nullable of string name string object. So it is written nullable of string object. So when we perform operation on a main operation on optional class, we need to check whether the optional is returning a value or it is returning a nullable. If this is present method is is going to checking whether this optional class is returning a value or it is going to return a nullable. If it does not return a nullable value, then only it perform operation on string. Okay, here we are get we are getting that string object by using dot get method, and we are converting to uppercase, so we are performing a string operation here. If this string is a null, when we perform operation on a nullable object, there is a chance of getting null pointer exception. So to avoid those situations, from Java 8 we are introduced Java 8 introduced a feature optional class. Okay, if this optional object any contains any value, then only perform these two statements. Okay, when optional class return type contains any value, then only we can perform operations on a string object by calling get by using dot get method only. If it return a nullable object, then directly it goes to else block and it returns whatever we statement that let's say I have given here example like invalid user ID because I am taking user ID by checking. So here when I give a username that is not available in our class in our method, then it will directly return invalid user ID. Before Java 8, it is going to return null pointer exception. So to avoid in Java in before Java 8, to avoid this exception, we need to check with every time we need to check whether it is a null or not. If it is not null, then only we perform on string operations. Okay, this is the main advantage by using optional class. In real-time projects, it is highly recommended to use optional classes. Okay, and another new feature in Java 8 it is constructor references in Java 8. Constructor references means creating object for a class in another class. Here I am taking a test class, and here I give a no parameter constructor, no args constructor. Okay, no arguments constructor. This is test class. Open brace and close brace. Here in no argument, no parameter as constructor, I am giving a print statement. Test class constructor is called. Here my main class constructor reference main class. Here I am taking a supplier functional interface because supplier functional interface cannot take any input, but it return output. Okay, here supplier interface. Here I am passing generic type as test class because I am passing here test class object. So I am passing here test class and I am giving a variable. Here, see here, I am creating test class object here by using double colon new operator. I am storing this test class ob test class object in supplier reference variable sp. Okay, we are create a test class object here in supplier interface. Then how do we call test class constructor? Here see I am here test class data type. In Java, every class is can be written as a data type. So we are taking test class data type, and we are get by using we are storing test class constructor in supplier function interface has have one predefined abstract method called dot get method. By using dot get method, we are calling test class constructor here and we are storing that test class constructor in test class reference variable. Then it will directly print a test class. It directly print test class constructor here. After that, I am performing and a hash code method here. What is a hash code method? It returns. It calculates. It performs a complex mathematical operation by by based on this test class object create after test class object is created, that test class object address reference only it create a it by based on this test class object address only it calculates a complex mathematical operation and it generates a unique number for every object in our class. It returns a output like this unique number. Okay. And another feature in Java from Java it is method references. What is a method reference? Method reference have two types. One is static method and another is instant method. Static method reference using functional interface. Static method reference calling creation is somewhat simple, but we can access static methods only in that class only. So for that, we have instant method reference also. Here, see a example. Method references are always call calls with only functional interfaces only. What is a functional interface? Functional interface contains only one abstract method. That means it is a functional interface. Here, I am creating a user-defined functional interface. Like I am creating a method interface name as name for my interface, and here I am creating a one abstract method that is method ref. Based on that method interface, I am calling my static method. Here in my main class, I created one static method. Here, I am creating a static method by using static keyword. What is my static method name? It is a wish, and I am giving a print statement here. Good morning. In our main method, I'm creating my method reference for static method by using functional interface. Functional interface having one abstract method. We are referring our static method to functional interface abstract method. Understand? We are referring our static method to functional interface abstract method. Okay. Here my class name. How we call our static methods by using class name dot method name. Okay. Here my class name is method ref. Okay. My class name is method ref. And here I am giving double colon and I am giving here my method name, my static method name. Here I am referring this static method to my functional interface abstract method. What is my functional interface abstract method? Method ref. By giving functional interface name, it will directly referring to my functional interface abstract method. When we call my functional interface abstract method by using this reference variable m dot my functional interface abstract method name is method ref. Okay, functional interface abstract method. When we call functional interface abstract method, it will execute this static method. Okay, we are referring our static method to functional interface abstract method. Okay, when we call my function interface abstract method by using object name object dot method ref. Here my what is method ref? My functional interface abstract method. Okay, when we call function interface abstract method, it will referring to our static method. Okay, it will referring to our static method. See here, when we call my function interface abstract method, it will directly calling my static method in my class. Okay, here what is method reference means our method referring to we are giving one functional interface abstract method by using method references. We are giving whenever I call, we are telling to compiler whenever I call this abstract method, it referring to one method. Okay, we are not overriding this abstract method, but we are referring. Please take this as a reference. Whenever I call you, please take this reference method for execution. Okay, this is static method reference. Okay, a function interface method reference is created with a single abstract method. Okay, how to take or how to create method instant method references by using random. Whenever I want to print some sequence of uh, objects or sequence of numbers for a range, we need to create one method. Okay, see here in my class I am creating a instance method. What my instance method name? Wish. In my instance method I am giving a for loop. Here this for loop will iterate 1 to 6 numbers in a range. In my math method I am creating, how we call instant method, by creating class object only we can call instant method. Okay, here I am creating my class object by using, see here I am creating object for my class. Okay, here I am creating object for my class. See here this line number 14. After creating my after creating my object after creating my class object, then we are creating method reference. Okay, we are by using runnable. Here what is runnable? Runnable is a functional interface. It contains only one method, abstract method, that is void. We are referring that void method to refer my, whenever that void method is executed, please refer to my instant method. Okay, here I am telling to my compiler to refer whenever void method is calling, please refer to my instant method by using my class object reference variable. My class object reference variable is mf. Here I created my class object by using new operator. By using my class method reference variable, and I'm calling here my instant method. By using double colon here, it tells to compiler method to refer whenever this runnable void abstract void method is called, please refer to this instant method. Okay, please refer to my class instant method. After I'm giving this method reference to my, to avoid override method, I am giving this method reference. Okay, after giving method reference, I'm creating a thread and I'm passing this runnable object here. Okay, we create a thread to run our instant method. After creation, I'm calling thread object. Okay, I'm starting thread by using start method. See here, we are getting output 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, here runnable void method is referring my class instance method. Okay, whenever we call thread dot start method. It is referring our instance method for operation. Okay, understand? This is how we create method reference, and we are referring that method to one functional interface abstract method. Okay. Another big change in Java it is date and time API changes. They are introduced Java.time package from Java 8 onwards. Before, see here, I also given here before and after Java 8 how how it changes in date and time API. Before Java 8 and earlier versions, there is a classes like date class, calendar class, and simple date format class. In Java.util package, there is a class called date calendar classes are available in Java.util package, and in Java.text, simple date format text is simple date format class is available in Java.text. When we are using date class, it will directly return local date, the date, date time. Okay, understand? Whenever we call date class, it will directly return time and date completely. So to format that date and time, we we are using date simple date format before Java 8. Okay, before Java 8, when if we want to format the return format, we are using simple date format before Java 8. After Java 8, there are some uh, predefined classes are available like local date, local time, period, duration, etc. etc. Okay. Here see what are the features are available from Java 8 for date and time API. Here one new package is created before if you want to use date and time APIs, we are using the Java.util to format date and time API. We are using Java.text packages. But after Java 7 or Java 8 onwards, there is a special package called Java.time. All the all the local date, local time, and formatting and period, duration, all the classes are available in one separate package, Java.time. Okay. Earlier we have classes. What are the classes in Java 7? Date class is available, calendar class is available, and simple date format class is available. Only these classes are available to format or return date, time, and formatting. After Java 8, after Java 7, from Java 8 onwards, there are some predefined classes like local date, local time, period, duration, and some local data. Like that, some methods are like that. Some predefined classes are available from Java 8 onwards. Before Java 8, there is no thread safe. After Java 8, we have thread safe, and before Java 8, it is immutable. We cannot mutable it. After Java 8, we cannot. After Java 8, we can create it as a mutable. Okay, create it as a mutable. Before Java 8, if we want to format our parse, only one class is available. Okay, only one class is simple date format class is only one class is available. After Java 8 onwards, using date time formatter class is available. Okay, so here Java 8 date and time API. It is a completely big release for date and time API. Here Java 8 introduced better classes for handling date and time. A class local date and its purpose only for date only. Local date class performs it performs and returns only date. Local time it performs and return only for time. Okay, it creates from Java 8 onwards. It creates separate classes for different purposes. Okay, local date and time. It return both date and time. Okay, period. It period class. What is the purpose is difference between dates. To find a difference between dates, we are using period class. Okay, duration class. Duration class is used for to know difference between times. Okay, to calculate difference between times, we are using duration. To calculate difference between dates, we are using period class. When we want to return both date and time, we are using local date time class. For time purpose only, we are going to use local time. For date purpose, we are going to use only local date class. Okay, this is how big release for date and time API from Java onboards. They are created a separate package Java.time. All the classes are available in Java.time package only. See here one simple example here. Here I am creating a say demo class for date and time demo. Here I am taking here I am taking local date class here. Local date class. See here local date for date only. Okay, it written only date. See here local date. I am storing local date dot now present date. Okay, it stores current date in local date uh, reference variable. Okay, whenever I print local date, see here current date. Current date is something. Okay, here local date class contains several static methods and several instance methods. Here local date now is a static method. Here dot plus days is an instance method. Dot plus months is an instance method. Dot plus years. Here dot plus years method is also there. Okay, that is also instance method. What is this? What does these methods are used? These methods are used to adding days, months, years for the current date. Okay, see here, after 3 days, it add 3 days. After 1 month, it add 1 month. After after 1 year, it add 1 year. Okay, some here I might mention that dot plus years. Okay, one method also there. Here I'm taking one example, local date. You see here what local, sorry, okay, local date. Here I am passing local date. Yes, some year, month, date. Here I am referring local data. I want to print my age. Okay. So for that, I am giving local date as my date of birth. Okay. After that, I am calculating the difference between the difference between dates. Period class is used for difference between ages. Based on my date of birth, I am calculating difference between dates. Okay. See here, I'm creating a period class. In period class, period dot between, I am calculating difference between my date of birth to local date dot now present date. Okay, See here, okay? This line will perform calculating the difference between dates, okay? And I am printing period class contains one insert method dot get years lab or else dot get months or dot get days or dot get minutes or dot get hours or dot get seconds. Like that, some predefined methods are available. Where if we want earlier Java 8, before Java 8 versions, whenever we perform these operations, it takes a lot of legacy codes. Okay, we perform a lot. We create we can create a lot of legacy code. After Java 8, we can directly use some predefined methods to perform our operations. Here I am passing my data, but here local date. I am referring local date my data birth. Okay, here dot of I'm passing local data as my data birth. Based on that data, based on that date, I am calculating difference between my data birth year to current date. Okay, later I am printing my year. Okay, my age by using dot get years, or else we can also use some predefined methods. Some predefined methods as like dot get year, months, dot get days, dot get seconds, dot get hours, dot get minutes. Like that, some predefined methods. Okay, all these methods are available from Java 8 onwards in Java.time. Okay? If you want to also perform some Boolean operations, we can also perform Boolean operations. Whether the whether the year is a leap year or not, like that we can perform. Here I am performing. Here I am passing a some year. Based on that, I am checking condition is a leap year or not. If this is a leap year, then it will directly written as true. Okay. If this year is a leap year, then it will return true. If this year is not a leap year, then it will return false. See here is leap year true. 2020 is a leap year. Okay, 2020 is a leap year, so that's why it written as a true. Okay, and here local time class. See here local time class for time purpose only, for returning time purpose only. Here local time dot now. Currently it written directly local time. See here current time. Okay, dot now replaced tell whatever our system. Okay, what time contains on our system, it will directly return that time only. Okay, same like that local date method, like plus uh, plus days plus months plus years, like that. Local time contains also some methods like plus hours, plus minutes, plus seconds. Okay, like that we can perform some various operations on local time. After that, duration. What the duration class returns? Duration. Duration is calculating difference between times. Okay. Period is used for local date. Period class is used for local date. Okay. Duration class is used for local time. Okay. We are calculating difference between times. See here, I am creating duration. Here I am calling duration class, and I am passing here local time as 6 and local time dot now. It returns what is the difference between time. Okay, this duration time class purpose is only calculate difference between time. Here I am passing local time as a 6 and local time dot no. It calculates difference between all those two time. Okay. See here duration since from 6 it written a two string method. So in two string method, see here 2 hours 55 minutes. Okay, 2 hours 55 minutes, 7.49 milliseconds. Okay, it calculated the difference between two times. Okay, it calculated difference between two times. Okay, in Java they are introduced classes like local date for date purpose only, local time for time purpose only, local date time for both date and time, period for calculating difference between dates. It is mostly used, period class is used for local time, local date. Okay, local date. And duration class is used for calculate difference between times. It is used for local time. It is based on local time. Okay. From Java onwards, Java.10 as a new package. In that package, time package, there are some predefined classes like local date, local time, local date and time, period, difference, sorry, period, duration, like that. Some predefined classes are available. Okay, all these classes are thread safe and all these classes are mutable. Okay, all these classes are mutable. We can change our local date, local time, and we can calculate some operations on it. If we want to format our uh, print our return structure, return type, we can using date time formatter. Okay. So today we have seen what is option class and how method and constructor reference, how to use method reference and how to create constructor reference and what are the date and time API changes. Okay. For this purpose, for this PDF, I can provide this PDF link in description. Okay. For more tutorials, for more tutorials like this, please follow my YouTube channel and please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Thank you for watching.